Hello?
Hello, hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hi.
Just a quick question. You can't see my face, can you?
No.
No, I'm not sure why this is not.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. How are
Okay.
things going?
Okay, okay.
I'm not sure. But anyways, let's get on with things. Sorry for being late. I scheduled you at the wrong time by accident. Um,
It's fine, don't worry.
yeah, but I'll we could just jump into things right away. Um, yeah, we could just jump into things right away. Um, I have a little list of things how we'll go through for the next while. You wanted to start off with some questions, you said, and
Uh,
then we'll probably
yeah,
just look at
yeah.
some charts. And
Yeah, a few things.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay, okay, okay. Um, okay, let's start with simple things, and after that, with maybe things a little bit deeper.
okay,
Um, so, as first thing, I want to ask you that sometimes I feel that on MT4, for example, I have a kind of let's say different view compared to trading view.
yeah.
This I think just because of the adjustment of the I don't know of the
The charts,
monitor
the
of the
charts are
charts.
very
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes for example, if you ask me to watch the Euro USD chart on MT4 and
yeah.
on TradingView, in both of them, I might find the same key level area, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes happens that I find at different levels. So let's say that this doesn't mean that one is correct, another one is incorrect,
Yeah.
but I would like to find, let's say, a proper way to do it on both of them, let's say. Mostly I use TradingView, it's
Yeah.
okay, but sometimes I feel that MT4 looks a little bit like clean.
Yeah. I get no, I totally understand what you mean. And for this, basically you must just choose one. So the way I normally go about it is I do my analysis on TradingView and then I only place my actual trades with the MT4. I don't really use my MT4 for analysis um,
Okay,
because there's a few reasons. So I know sometimes it does look cleaner. Sometimes it looks cleaner on the TradingView and sometimes it looks like really cleaner on the MT4.
yeah,
But so TradingView here offers better prices realistically. So TradingView isn't really giving you edited prices. They're not a broker, so um, they don't have to like falsify price or like change price unreasonably for any reason. Um, the way everybody gets their prices, their market prices, it's connected to the actual market. Like we as traders don't have actual don't have actual connection to the market. We have to align with a broker or a bank or something that connects you to the market where the actual prices are. So when you have a broker, the broker realistically you have to buy it at the broker's price, like because you're with
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, of
So
course, yeah.
what happens sometimes in like when you compare both charts, the MT4 and TradingView together side by side, you'll notice slight differences between the two
Yeah,
because
yeah. Even candles, they sometimes they look a little bit different.
yeah, they look a little bit
Yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah. It's okay because trading view it's let's say more honest.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah,
So the broker sometimes change. Even if you compare multiple brokers together, you'll get slightly different prices. And basically, the broker sometimes when news is coming out will spike the price a tiny bit higher, or there's many cases, but like there's instances where the broker might push price just
yeah,
a
yeah,
3 pips more down or 4 pips more
yeah.
down, or the
Um,
spread increases, things like that.
okay, okay. I want to ask you
So
also if you know,
okay,
regarding with this let's say adjustment of the view. I saw in some webinars, videos of also other people that are involved in Forex. They used to do some, I don't know, explain things.
Yeah.
I saw that
Yeah.
in the, okay, now you have the Euro USD chart open. The adjustment in the downside, you have the percentage, the log, and the auto.
Sorry, say that again.
Okay, looking at the chart,
Yeah.
okay, if you scroll your mouse down in the right side, there, down a little bit more. Okay, left. Okay, you see auto log
Yeah.
percentage. Yeah, okay. I see some people that they have another one adjustment near that one.
Another one, but what is it called?
This I don't know. These are the, kind of the corners of the screen.
Mm,
I don't know if you know how to set up that kind of
um,
stuff.
I don't really understand what you mean. Like corners of the screen, like
Okay, give me the.
the control.
Okay,
There you go. You should be able to now.
okay.
Oh no,
Can
no,
you
no,
see
my
it?
bad. Yeah,
Okay,
there we go.
okay, that's fine. I was telling you this. Okay, so you here you can see the log, the auto, and the percentage. So
Yeah.
the one you click, it just moves by itself. As you can see here, as soon as I scroll, the screen is adjusting by himself.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
making automatically. But on some other traders, there is another voice here somewhere that have this shape. The shape is this one, like the screen.
What does it do? What does it do?
I don't know. I don't know, but it seems to be another function for the monitor adjustment.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I do know you can um you can basically like so when it's on auto and then you move the charts, everything adjusts automatically, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can, if you adjust it from, I believe, the price on the right side of the screen, like if you move the price, or I think you might be doing
Okay.
having the candles automatically adjust.
Okay, because you know, for example, here it's very. I don't want to say hard to give to the candles the right shape, but
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I don't adjust pretty much well. So I need to, let's say, waste time trying to adjust to
Yeah, I
focus
guess
on focus.
it's just like that. Like you have to, if you hit I believe somewhere near the bottom of the screen there should be like a reset button, or I believe you can right click on the chart and there's it says reset or something,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then it puts it
Okay,
like
it puts in
this.
auto. Okay, this one, the second one maybe.
Yeah,
It's kind of
control
reset.
R.
Yeah, because now I'm taking it in Italian. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. This is something very easy. It's not right a problem. Okay. Okay. This one is a trade that I took yesterday.
Nice.
Fortunately, it's really in profit. It's a 1 to 5 risk reward on the GBP USD. But okay, your name pronunciation is
Sorry, my main what?
your name, the correct
Oh,
pronunciation.
JD.
JD.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You can
JD.
call me JD.
Kind of rapper name, JD, JD. Okay. JD. Okay, actually, until last July, I was cruising, sorry, with the Carnival Cruise Line, American cruising company.
Yeah.
Okay, cruise line ships.
Okay.
Okay, so basically I was doing 4 months on board and 2 months at home as vacation.
Yeah, that sounds fun to be honest. But yeah, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a kind of life that you can use to do for all your living,
Yeah.
because when you are on board, you don't either have internet,
Oh,
the
yeah.
food is disaster, you work 9, 10, 11 hours per day every day.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Engine spaces, engine room,
Yeah.
fan room. It's it's not wow as a job. Also the salary, at least if you work your how people say in US, the 9 to 5
Yeah. Yeah.
life, no, the zombie life
Yeah, but
is not.
people, it's 9 to 5, but realistically, there's still a lot of people working the 12-hour shifts. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
nine to
yeah.
five is what would be perfect.
And and yeah, actually are 2 years. Yeah, I started at the beginning of April 2 years ago. That even on board, I keep reading books. For example, when I was on board, I was following a little bit the lessons on babypips.com.
Yeah.
When I come home, I watch charts. I've been in Astro FX live class last year's
Okay.
with I don't know if you know Sean Lee, Amanat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and the coach was Marco Ribeiro and Rizzik Ball, but never mind, they are also good traders. But I don't know. To be honest, I would like to do this for life, this for living. The first goal would be freedom. I don't care about money. Of course,
Yeah.
if we can flip an account from $500 to 10,000 in a month, okay, this happened.
Yeah.
Also, yesterday I saw, for example, on Instagram history of Astro Shack, another guy that is working with them. In just 2 days, he bring one account from 500 pounds to almost 2,000.
Oh, yeah. That's very good.
This is wow, it's okay. But for example, when I see those people, maybe I think also you did sometimes. I saw in your pictures.
Yeah.
When I see people, for example, okay, let's go on the 30 minutes. Their recap page of their orders, there is something like, okay, now GBP USD, buy. Maybe 3, 4, 5 buys in
Yeah.
just a small amount of pips. For example,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
took
Yeah. Yeah.
this trade, right? Imagine if I took 3 of them, 4 of them, or maybe, okay, here I enter, price come down, rejection, key level area,
Yeah.
bearish candle, sell. Then
Yeah.
again, we go here. I don't know, certain point, check here, the 50 MA is passing right here. We see shadows, sell.
Yeah.
What is gonna happen? Okay, this I'm wondering. But what I really liked in your course that I found useful for me, and I need to work a little bit more on, is the fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm getting into, okay, I don't have fear to go into the market, but mostly I don't like to push because maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have Fibonacci with you, 50 MA with you, bearish trend, whatever, you can still be wrong. So I keep one at a time. But I feel that those people like you that are doing forex for a living, they are really milking the market. They are destroying the market.
I wouldn't.
If I am a full time day trader, swing trader, whatever it is, when I see an opportunity like this, it's sell, like 3, 5, 4 position. This
Yeah.
sounds.
but you
For some reason, this sounds very good. For some other reason, this sounds a little bit crazy.
yeah, but it's like it doesn't always have to be like that. Like there's so many different ways that you can go about it. So you can like there are times where where you may do something like that and place multiple orders at those areas simply because one, you're okay with the risk that you're taking, and you're covering previous positions. Like other one the first
Okay, okay,
position that you placed is already safe, you know. um
okay. For
and this
example, if I okay, today I enter here with I enter again this one in this candle on the GBP USD. Okay, it's a little bit late, but I tried.
yeah
Actually, I'm as you can see, the stop loss is already in profit.
yeah
The previous one is already in profit. I can do that because it's safe.
yeah
But
because it's safe.
as you can see, for example, why the question that I'm doing to myself, no? Okay, yesterday I entered, very nice entry, boom, price skyrocket down immediately. A little pullback. This was maybe already
How many?
makes sense.
Pardon? Say that part again.
Pound USD.
Yeah,
This is M30, even 1 hour, M30 time frame. So I enter here, right?
yeah.
Price go
And there
down.
was a good break below. Yeah,
Yeah, pull back. As you can see, this area is
yeah. It's strong.
very strong. Yeah, but as soon as I see another bearish candle
Yeah,
coming in, here was to me another this level.
yeah. It's another potential area. I know it didn't line up on your chart at a resistance, but on the trading view one, it did, right? So like if you would just follow the trading view analysis, I would just say you also just get
Yeah,
better
yeah. This
prices.
was see
Yeah,
was
it
really
pulled
clean.
back to that area.
Yeah,
And
was really clean.
yeah, and you would only be able to take more entries when you
When you
stack
are
entries
already
basically.
safe with the previous.
Yeah, when you're already safe, because if you're not already safe, you're taking a bigger risk. You're just taking a bigger
Yeah,
risk.
yeah. That's why. So I when I see the entry level of those people, they maybe take, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 trades at almost the same level.
Okay, yeah.
This
One
sounds crazy.
one thing that you gotta take note of as well is let's say you have an $1,000 account, right? Um,
Yeah,
and how do I put this? Let's say you have $1,000 account and you put 0.10 on it, 0.10 on it, right?
yeah.
Now let's say that is big, right? That's big towards the account. Now, basically, what you can also do when you take those multiple positions is instead of it being multiple 0.10s, it's just going to be like a 0.5 or a zero
Okay. So
one
you split the lot
the
size.
lot size, right? So you are one thing that you got to take note of when you place a trade is if you're wrong on this trade, how much will you actually lose, right? And are you
Okay.
willing to take that damage if it does happen? So you can't. It's not just you can't just place multiple big entries at the one place. And one thing as well, like even if you do that, at some point in time, your account's going to stop you from placing orders because it can't hold anymore, right?
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
like with $100 account, the most you can put in is like 0.30, and the account just honestly won't handle anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, Also, for example, here the USD CAD. Okay. So the overall structure, as we can see, is bearish.
Yeah,
But, 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 from here to here, there are already 270 pips.
yeah,
Sometimes I just feel like that even it is a counter trend. but maybe there are still, how to say, chances to milk pips.
To the upside, uh, yes, you can, but you would have to wait for the basically the counter trend to start. So can I take this?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, request. Oh no no. Share your screen and let me just request access.
Okay,
So
okay,
we
okay,
can just
okay,
mark
okay,
share.
okay, okay, okay.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, so you'll basically just be waiting for something like, um, for the counter trend to basically start, because we should know that there should be like a push and a pull effect to the market where it goes in trend and then it takes a small break, retraces a little, and then continues onward. So if we look into track the market structure, sorry, wait, is your
yeah,
screen
you
sharing?
should have
Okay,
the comments.
okay. Let me. Okay, so we see that the trend is down, right?
Yeah,
As we
yeah,
notice. Now, one thing, if I can, one thing that we can see. So, like you already said, we know the trend is down. But let's say we looked over here as well, when we're having lower low structure come in, and then we can actually see that new highs get pushed in with all this volatility. Um, my bad. More volatility as the structure breaks. But either way, we know that the main trend is down, so that is our
yeah,
that's our main bias, right? Um,
yeah.
and basically, at this point in time, if you're tracking the structure, you'll see that the we start to break through ceilings in these cases. We start to
Mm-hmm.
make
Yeah,
new
yeah.
highs, right? So even as we pull down into this area, it's the same thing. We would be tracking the market structure and see, okay, these levels are breaking. And if you wish to take a trade to the upside, you would still just wait for like the break and retest to the upside. But these are counter trend things that we got to take into consideration. And sometimes the reason why I don't really try to pick up on counter trend trades is because like things like you'll try to take this trade to the upside, and then price may just come right up and then start going
And
down,
start to
right?
fall down again.
And
Okay, yeah.
I would rather just be looking for these sell trades because the overall direction is a seller. But you can pick up on these to the upside if you see that the pressure is fading, whether you're using trend lines or whatever. Let's see something.
There is
Even
the
if,
magnet up, so maybe.
yeah, so there's a little breakout and a retest of this trend line. Let me zoom in a little. Right, so these are always counter trend things, but you got to just take in consideration the higher time frame and all that. But even if you did like drawing your trend lines all throughout the market, just to see what market patterns are being formed and all those type of things, so you can produce risk to rewards, um, because each support and resistance line that we can put price in gives it a, what do you call it, gives it a trend basically, so we know if the price
Mhm.
is consolidating or it's on a downtrend. And then there's always two different trends, or sometimes those two trends will be the same, but if the weekly, like, we know the overall trend basically. So if
Yeah, yeah.
price on the lower time frame isn't going in according with the higher trend, then it is a counter trend trade, and it will display itself in the market structure, by producing higher highs when the main thing is producing lower lows,
Okay.
right?
So basically, if, for example, in the weekly time frame, I have a bearish trend, like in this situation, but let's imagine in the 4 hours I have a bullish trend. Should I wait?
Yeah, it would be better to
Okay.
wait. It would just be better to wait. Yeah, that's what I would say. The counter trend trades, they are a potential thing that you can get into, but you got to realize that you're going against the flow of things here.
Okay.
You're going
Okay.
against the flow.
Okay.
And I want to add that that doesn't mean like sometimes you'll be, if you look at the weekly time frame, it'll be on an uptrend, and we got to remember that the big trends ultimately start on the lower time frames, right? So yes, you might see the weekly in an uptrend, and that means you're on the lower time frame buying uptrend, but the potential does exist that that is going to be the start of a reversal that will later display itself on the weekly time frame, right?
Okay. Okay.
So this is why we can track the trend, and if the lower time frame isn't going in accordance with the higher trend, there is no reason for a trade,
Okay.
right?
Because what basically happened here, I was following this USD Swiss franc. Let me. Okay. I was watching this guy going down and down and down and down and down.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, this
when
was
it
good.
was the moment to entry, I just didn't found the right moment to do that. I get fired
Where were you
out.
looking?
I get fired out in this situation
Yeah.
because, as you can see before, the market was going down. Then it gets kind of a lateral situation,
Yeah.
and then we had this push up. So I said, okay, maybe I also if you can see in the daily, it's very long downtrend, very long.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought here, okay, maybe with this reverse head and shoulders, it's maybe the right moment to go up. Okay, so I enter here,
Yeah.
I get stopped, and then I lost completely all this huge pump up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but when it started to skyrocket, this one, until here, it was so fast. It was so
Yeah.
fast. In
Yeah.
just a few days, it skyrocketed up. I don't know if you already follow this
Um,
pair.
it wasn't on this pair, but I was looking at this because I seen basically the same move on USD USD JPY. It like did
Mm,
basically the same thing. It was on a long
okay.
downtrend and it came up off of the downtrend just like this pair did. Um, but yeah, like the yeah. So I was talking to someone recently actually, and they had a similar experience on gold where it stopped them out just about in the same way, and then continued off into profit. Um, when you look at it, it offered a possibility for a re-entry, but the thing is, like, yeah, that it offers a possibility for a re-entry if you can still take another trade ultimately.
Yeah. Also, the institutional, uh, I don't want to say levels, but entry, because
Yeah,
many times I think that we can feel where when institutionals are in or when they're out.
yeah,
Because, for example, when the price just a few uh, days ago, let's say, a few days ago, okay, when reached
this
this
in francs?
level,
This is in
this
German?
area, this is euro pound.
Yeah,
Reached this area. To be honest, I was maybe expecting that the price would pull back again, as you can see here.
yeah,
Support, then big move until here.
yeah,
Also here, as you can see, in the past, long downtrend. Then when it reached this level, boom,
yeah,
explosion.
exactly.
But sometimes this doesn't happen.
Yeah,
So let's say the trend here is in the downside, but even if we are here and it's a clear bear situation, sometimes I feel I'm ready to watch for a buy.
okay.
I don't know if this is correct or no.
So,
Also now, for
yeah,
example, if the price would reach again this level of 0.83, to be honest, I might think for buy position. Also because if you are here in this area, how much field have the price to rise up again. This is huge move.
Yeah.
It might be never happen, okay?
Yeah.
Because the price, for what we know, can still go down.
Well,
Nobody knows.
yeah.
But as we can see here, this is what happened.
Yeah. I would say there's definitely a potential to move back to those 93 cents highs. Um,
Yeah, 93.
because it's still in range. It's still in range basically because on this time frame, especially on the weekly,
Yeah.
I definitely
But
this
also now, for
so
example,
yeah,
as you can see, the price is a little bit channeling. Okay, is in this tube,
yeah,
this pipe. I think already that maybe we might have a small breakdown, but after that there is a possibility to move up again
okay,
because I feel already it's breathing. It's breathing. It's taking time, and maybe will
yeah.
look
I see
for
the
a
yeah. I see the potential for this, but right now I would say this kind of looks like it's gonna go to the upside. Um, let me can I just grab control of your screen really quickly?
yeah. Yeah.
Um, okay.
Yeah. Try. Yeah. Yeah.
So what I really like see on this, if we just look at the weekly really quickly, daily. Okay, yeah. So, um, to touch on what you were saying over here about looking for a buys and also looking for a buys in this area here, um, there's something that we gotta look for, which is gonna be, where is it? It's gonna be basically what we've seen here, and I think we were looking at some other pairs where they were doing the same thing. So you're just gonna like track the trend. So in this situation, we're getting lower lows, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But higher highs never come in. Yeah, you would
Yeah.
be looking for buys, but you would need a higher high on the lower time frame to come in and
Okay.
produce its higher high structure to take a trade to the upside. It's the same thing with the other pairs that we looked at, and basically something like this where we don't know exactly which trend it's going to branch off into because it may go from a lower low straight to a lower low straight to a consolidation trend, straight to an uptrend, or back to a downtrend. But you would just be monitoring the market to see which trend it's going to go into at the support and resistance areas. So basically, in this case, you would just need to be waiting for the uptrend to come in, and that's not what happens. It's a downtrend that just continues through.
Yeah.
And then for this case here, this has the bank's idea. It's called smart money, I guess, is the it has different names, but like smart money is the one of the names, and this is basically what's going on. So it's coming off of a downtrend, right? Let's get a better view. So I don't know if you've checked out the videos yet, but there's some videos where I kind of go through the first year and recently where I talk about the 127 and stuff like that. So pretty much what I'm seeing is price came off this huge down move, right? So realistically, what could happen is price is still there's losers all throughout this area. So the price is on the daily time frame, and this has been going on since about a month now, I believe, about a month. So there's a lot of transitioning going on, a lot of change in psychology in this area of this consolidation, because that's what's happening. It push, pull, and it consolidates about 80% of the time. And there is this area here, right, in the market structure. Wait, I didn't.
Yeah, there is the magnet.
Oh, there's a magnet on it. Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yeah, something like this. Right, so just based on this level right here, so it's kind of sitting at a floor of support. One high volatility spike there, and it came back, retested the area for a little bit longer. We can see this better if we go down to the 8-hour. Right, so it's just consolidating. There's a lot of transition of money, so to speak. And one thing to take note is, which I'll go back to the higher time frame, but if we look at the Fibonacci on this, you probably don't have the levels.
Yeah, you already have in the bar.
We have multiple things going on, but I'll try to mark them. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in just now. I just want to put something in. Okay, actually, okay, so this is basically how I go about doing it. This is like a support, an average support. And at this point in time, you would just be waiting for like buyers to come back into the market. Like I said before, start making higher high formations, kind of like what it did over here actually. Like came down to this deep area, formed support, and a higher high structure actually came back in before it came to the resistance. And same thing here, like you could just track trend on the lower time frame. And in this case, we know we have a support here. People are looking to buy at this area, and when price is actually ready to move, what happens is you have like a liquidity graph. So this is, like I said, one of the bank ideas where it pushes through the support, collects a bunch of
to grab all the stop losses and then push.
Yeah, and then push back to the upside. So at least this area I would be looking for next, because and I use the 127 to try to find that area, and I would measure the previous rejection of the support, which we actually have a few of them. So we have like this one here, and then we have a more recent one right here on the first rejection, which normally I don't know if you've seen the video, but there's the video where there's the two levels I'm looking for, the 127 and the 161. This will pull more down into the 161 area, but the 127 of this higher structure. Does that make sense? So it's always on the other side of the support or the other side of the resistance that I would be looking for a trade. Kind of like the similar trade that you took on, I think it was GU, I think you showed me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's literally the same idea as that trade that you showed me in the beginning. It was euro pound.
Okay, but I mean, how? I mean, it's not easy, but how? You just simply put the Fibonacci, and you already understand that you might take trade here, like a sniper.
Yeah.
Okay, but in this case, you might look for a buy just because you see that the price has already started
consolidating.
To consolidate. Okay.
And then another thing on top of that, it popped below the support area. Like it if this support was to hold, it would, like, price wouldn't have popped to the downside. So when it pops to the downside, I'm thinking it's doing the liquidity grab, and it's picking up a lot of orders in this case.
Yeah. When there are those kind of let's say a fake breakout.
Yes, it's a very sharp move most of the time. Most of the times it's they're wicks.
Okay. Yeah, and I want to link this situation with the strategy, because, for example, I think that 90% of the times people recommend and people say to trade with the trend. But, for example, in this situation, I would like to be, let's say, not not giving a fuck about the strategy, but I would like to be more aware of what is going on in the market, in the situation, because the strategy should be sell by the structure, by everything. But to be honest, in this moment, in this situation, I would like to watch for a buy.
Yeah.
How do you manage this kind of um,
Well,
things?
so I just keep aware of what's going on the bigger picture of things. I might use some correlation as well to look at multiple pairs, to see what is the pressure. And one thing that I would definitely go with is trying to sell this market. For the most part, like I see we're pulling down into major areas, but overall, I would only be looking to sell resistances, in this case. And um, here here we never actually get a breakout of this
I
support,
break out, yeah.
right?
Okay.
It's just a deep
It
pull. So
just, yeah.
even
It's just,
though even though I'm still looking to sell, what could like price could still go up and then go back down, right?
yeah.
But
That's correct. It might be another retest on 0.85. Yeah,
yeah,
can be.
yeah, um, yeah. Realistically, even at this point in time, price may just consolidate at this area and then continue to push lows. But either way, seeing that this support has been holding and it came right to this 127 area, those are the areas that I would look into to take a trade. And the current trend is a ranging trend, and a ranging trend goes from support to resistance and resistance to support, like
To support,
this
yeah.
box
Yeah.
area. Now, if now I want to say like if let's say we were looking at the weekly and the weekly was down, right?
Yeah.
So if we just want to follow what the one trend is doing, like when the market is in a specific trend, like it's only higher highs being formed, then I'm only looking for uptrend situations, right?
Okay.
So if we're going with the higher trend and what's happening, right, before this consolidation really starts up, because at this point in time we see the consolidation, but if it was a little bit before that, we would be able to apply our Fibonacci from this swing, right? Always trying to go with the downtrend idea. So there's two swings here, from the high to the low here, and the high to the low here. Okay, and like let me see if I can just put it on actually. I want to put on the 160. Can I change like this?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
That level I'm not using, so you can do.
6.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so there's a few things. We have this resistance area that you have here, and to this move, I hope this is not confusing, but let me just, yeah, I'll just do this. So to the first move, okay, to the more recent move from the high to the low, measuring that gives a rejection, right? Interacts with the 127 and in that liquid area to take a trade with the higher trend, which is down. Price did make a higher high, yes, but we have to be going with what the higher trend says. And yeah, you would always just still be looking to sell resistance in the liquid area, and after price interacts with the 127 or the 161. In all cases, it has to go with the trend, and that is from the weekly making all those lows. And then this one with the whole buy idea of that rejection is because of the ranging trend that we're definitely in right now. Price is moving from left to right.
Okay. Okay, so let's see in next days what is gonna happen here. But to be honest, I'm ready to go up. To me, it's long time that this is going down. So I
Yeah.
remain aware of
Well,
what is going on.
yeah, be aware. And the next thing that can really happen is we have to see how price deals with this area that it's in right now. It's in a key area. So either price is going to break down, and either from the lower time frames, price is going to make a higher high structure or lower low structure. Right now, it's still in a consolidating point in time, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And price made a deep dive below and is is interacting with this area. So we'll just see what happens. We would need a retest, or you could take a breakout trade to either to this area above, because this is definitely the next area. And you can
Yeah.
obviously just track price in between to look for any type of reasons to move your stop loss into an area. Um, but even if it breaks the downside, you would just need to find your target wherever the next support areas are, major support areas. Do you use the how do you go about trading? Using like you're like swing trading or day
Okay.
trading?
Yeah. This is also linked to what we spoke before about the multiple positions
Yeah.
at the same moment. Okay. Basically, I like the intraday swing trading. So I mean, to me it's good following your note, your courses and everything, because you have the same style. I think that price action and technical analysis, the more you go in a higher time frame, the more they work properly,
Mm-hmm.
because in 50 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, you may have news, spikes, fundamentals, mm, big fishes coming inside, and they can manipulate or change the behavior of the
Yeah.
market. So let's say the traditional analysis that we do with the MA, the Fibonacci, support, resistance, trend line,
Trend line. Yeah.
sometimes get fucked up.
Yeah.
And also because I like to have big profits in terms of pips, like I don't know, maybe 90 pips, 100 pips, 150,
Yeah.
and not basically, I don't know, let's say I risk 10 pips to take 30 pips. I don't know. I like huger amounts, also because, as we spoke before, if you find a good entry, as soon as the price comes a little bit down, you can put
Put your
another one, and
yeah.
you can add every time new positions,
Yeah. Earlier
and
you
there we
get in on
go.
the move.
There we go. But the thing is, if I want to do this for a living, should I maybe analyze more charts in order to get in more often and
Well,
take more trades, or I don't know, because sometimes for example, um, actually I'm still not profitable, but in a week maybe I take sometimes 2 3 trades,
mm-hmm.
sometimes 6 7 trades, but I see people that in a day they take already 10 12 15
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
big
So
things, and most of the time you have there to stay and watch and watch and watch, and then you open Instagram and see people making money, 30 pips, 50 pips, 100, and then you say, what I do meanwhile people are milking the market. I
okay.
just stay
So
here and
yeah.
watch the
Um. Like okay. So I wanna the so when you have people that like make who like let's say do like 10 trades for the day or do like 5 trades, these things all depend on the type of trader that you are. Like if you're a swing trader, you're gonna be you're gonna get less opportunities, right?
yeah, yeah,
Scalpers are gonna
yeah,
get the
for
most
sure.
opportunities, and investors, people who are holding their positions for months and years and things like that, are gonna get less opportunities. Um, now it's what you touched into before with the patterns that happen on all the time frames, and the higher time frames are going to be more reliable because you have more people making their inputs all over a larger period of time rather than every 5 minutes of the day. Um, but yeah, like you have people that might enter a bunch of positions and they'll win or whatever, or certain people that have to hold a position for a whole week and then it just develops, or people that have to hold positions for whole months. So one thing that like I I implement sometimes is like, so if you're always following the weekly trend or the higher time frame, when you see an entry, let's say an entry opportunity set up on the lower time frames, um, your stop loss is based on the higher time frame, and your take profit also is also can also be based on the higher time frame. The whole move doesn't have to be based on the lower time frame move, but I would say like, let's say first TP is at the entry time frames setup, and the higher time frame, the let's say TP2 would be the higher time frame total move, right? Because like we said before, um, there when you place a trade, there will be other setups that can form in the market to
Yeah.
give trade other trade opportunities. So if we, depending on what we're aiming for, like if we're taking a trade at the resistance and we're trying to aim for the support below, each of those trades are going to have different risk to rewards because, well, one trade was taken earlier, and but the TP price is always the same. The target price is always the same, and you can go about it like that. Or if you were just taking risk one to gain four trades, then all those trades would just have a different TP altogether, and you're doing it more based on risk rather than a certain target area. But there's those things like higher time frames can have a bigger target area, and lower time
Yeah.
frames would have a lower target area.
Target area.
But
Yeah.
if you're doing with the higher time frame, you can take a trade on the lower time frame with the target of the higher time frame. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, uh, I think I still need to practice a lot. I don't know, but
It's a lot of waiting though. It's a lot of
yeah.
waiting when you do,
Yeah.
depending on how you do it. You know, you could do intraday trading or day trading. Depends
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
how much patience you also have to wait.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I for some. Okay, let's say for example, if for 1 2 days maybe I have my setups and the price is not going where I want, maybe I might think to go a little bit in the lower time frame and
Yeah.
check to see if there are some chances to uh, enter the market. Because again, I don't want to be repeating that much, but I cannot realize how it's possible
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
people, even you,
Okay.
people
Yeah.
today their balance is $500 and 2 days after is $2,000. So I say what I'm watching
Okay.
in the chart. What?
Yeah. I forgot
Okay,
to.
I'm more about the swing trading, so I know that it takes much more time
Yeah.
to have a confirmation, to have the right candles, because sometimes I'm waiting a daily candle, sometimes I'm waiting a 4 hour candles, and maybe this guy is just checking on 15 minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes candles. So
So
his market is moving, let's say, faster. He have more
yeah.
candles.
He has more information, more
But
details.
maybe even if I'm swing trade or intraday trader, maybe I can also do something better.
Yeah. So it's not always just about being doing better, but just about the risk to rewards and the win rate that you're gonna have overall on all the trades that you take. So there's a few things that you gotta consider. So you okay, when I was like still working and stuff, right? Like I would be trading when I could, right? Like I still had to work and stuff, so I couldn't trade all the time. Now, you have, I guess other people like go about it the same way, but trading eventually produces enough money that you don't have to trade all the time, right? Now, if you do want to trade as your job and um you do want to be on the markets every day, like you have to you really realistically shouldn't be trading to like, I want to say, like you must pay your bills, because that brings like
Yeah, yeah.
expectations, and that
This is
brings,
a little bit pressing. Okay, okay.
right,
But
it's stressing you
yeah,
a little.
okay.
So
Yeah, yeah. Sorry if I interrupt you, but for example, imagine. Okay, now I am in standby because probably until June, cruise will not resume. Okay,
yeah.
but for example, imagine I'm having this the 9 to 5 life.
Hmm.
Um, how can I understand when is the moment to switch from leaving the job to become a full-time trader?
when when you have it, like you should at least be able to pay your bills for, I would say, at least like 2 years.
Okay.
You should have that much money, and then also on top of that, you should have enough money for like accidents, because like accidents naturally happen in life, like
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of
stuff
course, of
happens.
course, of course, of
And like
course.
you just end up having to like pay more money for
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So like you should just be able to account for that, because you'll notice that there's a difference from working a job to being to now trading for yourself. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
it's so you're gonna go through that whole switch, and like you may not adjust properly right away. I'm sure that's what everyone's expecting to, like, they think it's going to be an easy transitions, but you never know like what's motivating you now to wake up and actually place a trade, or are you just doing
Yeah.
it for fun, or is this business, or like
Yeah.
it, I
No,
would say.
mostly I would like to do that just for freedom,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also
yeah,
because
yeah,
I like because now I am 32,
yeah.
but my first experience was 10 years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
remember here in Italy, I live in an area that is very touristic. The sea is just about 12, 15 kilometers far from my house.
Yeah,
I remember it was August. I was a part-time worker in a McDonald's. Can you imagine?
yeah,
So I mean, it's August. You just do your 3, 4 hours of work in McDonald's. That can be morning on evening, and the
yeah,
rest of the time you go to the sea. You go out, etc. I think I spent the whole month in my room watching the charts
yeah.
24 hours.
Me too.
So I of course I burn a couple of accounts, and after that I this happened in 3, 4 months,
Yeah,
and after that I said, okay, now I need somebody that teach me, that help me a little bit, but I didn't have enough money, so
yeah.
also the internet like YouTube, Instagram,
You learn
etc.
there.
was
Yeah,
not like today. Nowadays, if you open Instagram and you type forex, if you open YouTube and you type forex, you have thousand people that are ready to
yeah,
explain you things. At that time, almost nobody was doing that. So
yeah,
I just leave it for a while. I was always thinking about it, but I left. And then a couple of years ago, while I was going on board, I met in the US another guy from my city, and we were in the same bus going to the same ship.
yeah,
And a few years that we don't meet each other. So, hi, how are you? Blah blah blah. And then I say to him, oh, I thought about you a few days ago because on Facebook I saw that you put a like on a forex page.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this just speaking about that, it came out again the willingness to start. And
Yeah,
then what happened? I just opened um YouTube and Instagram on the phone, and I discovered that nowadays
more
trading
information.
has become really more
Yeah,
famous than before. So I start to
that's
follow
crazy.
Forex and Astro FX, and then uh, moving away also because Astro they are, let's say, inquiring many people. It's becoming too much being big in a small amount of
Ah,
time, and I don't like because I would like to grow and not how to say diving into a pool of
yep, 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 yep. I know exactly what you mean.
massive people that are claiming for a help, for an improvement from After Effects. So
Yeah.
this kept me a little bit far from them. That's why they are very very professional and huge traders, but
Yeah.
now I think they might follow I don't know 500, 600, 800 people. This is yeah. I mean, if you go with them now, you will not receive what you need because if some even if I make a webinar with people, they are just generally speaking. Okay,
Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
just generally analyze the chart, but the work that you have to do with people when you are the coach is what where they lack, where
Yes.
they are
Yes.
suffering,
You
and improve those kind of
yeah. See
environment
where
in
are the
order.
issues and
Yeah,
work with the
yeah, yeah,
person really. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
And with you, I found that your style it's it's kind of similar to mine, and that you are at disposal to coach people. So this is what actually brought me to follow
Yeah. Well.
your program. Okay, your
Yeah. Yeah. We. I mean, it's always worth sharing. I'd say. Like it's just information.
yeah. I mean, forex is something that can change your life. But for example, if tomorrow I realize that with your program and with your coaching, I just became a free person, I will never stop to say thank you. And if in some chances you need help for
Yeah.
coaching, for develop videos, for interview, for challenge, for flipping accounts, for whatever it is, you will have my help, uh, my
Yeah. Yeah.
person
Yeah. Yeah.
available. I mean, this is just to me. Maybe some people just say, "Oh, thank you, bye bye." I don't know. The word is
Yeah.
is big. People are a lot, but this is my
Yeah,
is
well,
my idea.
I'd love to share and just like give my perspective so you can like see what it's like to like how you're actually looking to place these trades cuz I mean, from the few trades that you showed me, they're pretty good. Um they're pretty good. I mean, we're still understanding it, but when when you take more of those good risk to reward trades, I remember you were mentioning this earlier like should you place more trades or um, like how much trades should you be taking to like earn more money. But we talked about the money part, but it's like if you're taking your trades, realistically just try to get good risk to rewards on your trades. um, you don't have to take many trades, you should just be following your plan. So you don't like if you're naturally trading from the 4 hour time frame, that doesn't mean you should be hopping onto the 30-minute to find an opportunity, because that is not what the plan says, right? And we're trying
Okay.
to trade what the plan says and get those good risk to
Okay.
rewards. Um, and I think I touched on this some other time before, but it's like, who do you think is better, the swing trader, the investor, or like the scalper? None of them are really better than another because like all of them are just doing what they know. All of them are trading
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
trading
And they
plans,
have
right?
completely different
Right.
styles and approach to the market. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
and that doesn't realistically mean any of them make more money than the other one. It's everybody trading their what they know of the market,
Okay.
right? So
Okay. Okay.
the thing is just to get a good risk to reward and be able to manage that, know the win rate of the trades that you've been taking when you have like a sample size of a few trades, and then you can yeah, adjust your risk to reward to that. And the lot size hopefully is like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
yeah,
I always play safe with lot size.
yeah, that's good.
Even now I'm taking 001. It's okay. I mean, I've already understood that the key of this activity is to be able to understand where the market is going and where the market will go in the
Yeah,
future with a proper risk management, and this will make you a big winner in this environment, because as soon as I know where the market will go and I have a proper risk management, it's just it just takes and need time. I just need time to show what will be my results. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
key the
Yeah.
two keys
Just
are the proper risk management. So every time I don't want to push with my lots, and I want to take 1 to 2.5, 3 or more risk reward ratio. Of course, today it's 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5.
yeah.
In 6 months, in 1 year, in 2 years, I can tell you, oh man, I can, for example,
This is how they add it up.
I I have this okay, 1 to 20 risk reward, because I enter here, my
Yeah.
stop loss is just a few pips above. Oh, it's 1 to 10. Okay, I have this, but I'm still not that kind of sniper. To be honest, many times I already feel that this would be the correct area to jump in, but there you are trading on the spikes. So
Yeah.
there you are a sniper. I can do sell here, but here the resistance can be broken. So who knows? I just saw today your video regarding support and resistance, like the ball example, no?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
basically, this is a ceiling. Normally, the ball is about to pull back. This is
Yeah.
the floor, and if you throw the ball, mostly it's doing like this.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
Who
Because
knows?
sometimes it has enough momentum
Imagine
to
if
pick
here
back.
I put sell on the spike. I put sell and
Yeah. Well,
like this.
so this is the thing with the whole market structure. So realistically, you're just waiting for we see price go from the support to the back to the resistance before. So it's just the trend that we're looking for. So when we get back to the resistance, we should be looking for the lower lows to come in, and we basically see price go from a higher high to consolidation at the resistance. And so after you get a red candle rejection or just more lower time frame, lower low structure, you could always just place an entry like as best as you can to that resistance area and your stop loss on the other side. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah, okay. But sometimes I also feel, I don't want to say scared, but I don't know, because for example, take in mind this. Okay, here we are at the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Long shadow. So what this means to me, that the price is probably not going over. Okay, so since the overall trend is bearish, even if we are in the channel, would be a nice time to sell. The other candle, this one, is a bearish candle.
Yeah.
So I might say like this.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
possible.
30 point. This happen almost every time. Okay, so price is touching pullback, entry, so a small profit and then go back. Okay, in this case we were right. Okay, we didn't take a stop
Yeah.
loss,
But
but
sometimes it goes and hits the stop loss and then goes in, right? That's what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah, it happened yesterday. Yesterday
Yeah.
I took this one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yesterday,
yeah, yeah.
no, here. I don't remember. Or here, or here. I don't remember. No, maybe in the second one.
And
In the
that's how,
second.
yeah.
Yesterday I did this one.
Yeah, so
Here.
sometimes those things happen when you're just naturally trading support and resistance. But the idea that I presented, where basically we're taking the trades basically how it was set up before in the liquidity area, keeping in mind of what the banks and
Yeah.
those guys are going to do to the
Yeah.
market. I
Yeah.
explained it as like creating an attractive scenario on the entry that stopped you out first. Creating the market goes to create an attractive scenario to get people into the market,
No.
then pushes up in this case, and
Yeah.
takes everyone's money, and then continues in the direction
Continue that. Yeah.
everybody already knew
Yeah.
it was going to go
I
to.
remember I was in your maybe in the basic course that even if you take stop loss, but in your opinion, the structure and everything is okay with your strategy, you might try again to enter the trade. And
Yes.
I see you also show. So what I did was this again. This time
Yes.
was okay. This time was okay. As soon as I see this one, I said, okay, it's time.
Even if not that one, when price came back to the support, broke below it, and then retested it from the bottom, yeah, in that area, that is also another setup
Yeah,
that
yeah,
forms
yeah,
to,
yeah,
and then you place
yeah.
your stop loss right on the other
Uh,
side, and TP is always going to be where it's at. In every case,
I
the TP would be there.
this is what I'm trying to focus more, because even here, for example, price go down, bounce again after this candle, which is nice, uh,
Yeah,
bearish pressure. You can do something like this,
yeah,
20 points.
you
Okay, a
can.
little bit tight, a little bit more tight,
Yeah,
and you can go.
you
There you
definitely
go.
can. But one thing that I would say is like, um, this trade, it's not completely mid range, but like you already kind of have some distance from the major resistance area, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. The right point is this one.
yeah, so the more price goes towards the downside and you're still looking to take a trade, I'd say the more riskier it is, because we often
Yeah, yeah,
have those trades that
yeah,
you
yeah,
take
yeah,
and
yeah,
they go towards the profit and then they
yeah.
reverse 50% of the way. So
Yeah. So let's say the more you go down, also you may try a smaller amount also in volume with lots,
yeah, 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 for
a
sure. Like
smaller one, so you are more safe.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and if
Okay.
I were to take entries mid range like that, they would like we said before, the other one already has to be safe, and it already has to be secured. I can't lose the previous position
No, 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 no.
based
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Let's say the previous stop loss should be already
in break
in
even. Yeah,
in break even, or at least a small profit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Also, what sometimes happens to me is that, for example, when okay, when some structure are broken, the price it's stacking a little bit. So let's imagine we have this break of the structure. Overall, now it's becoming bullish trend on USD Swiss.
Yeah.
But if we have a break here,
Sorry,
okay,
where's the mouse? Sorry. Okay, yeah, yeah, break there.
break there, okay, like this, and then you have a nice candle, nice bullish candle. What I do is
Um,
this.
if it occurs like it's happening basically right now, in the more recent market structure, um, because that's basically what you're showing, right? Like basically what's happening presently as it rejected the support.
No, no, wait. What I'm telling you now. Okay, we have a break, retest,
Yeah,
bullish engulfing. Okay, so we enter the market.
yeah.
Uh, what happens many times is this. So okay, wait. Okay, so the price start to do this. Pam 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 pam. It becomes sideways, and this I don't understand.
Yeah, so realistically what happens
There is
sometimes,
kind of no momentum.
yeah, 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 like that happens sometimes. Even when I would take trades, like you would just have some that either they have enough momentum to go straight off into profit, or they would just go and hit the stop loss right away, or some consolidate for a time. um, Realistically, the setup occurred, the opportunity showed itself, set itself up, but the market just ended up keep on consolidating, keep collecting
Mm.
orders, or you just take a trade and it doesn't work out, or in this case, it's just one that consolidates. Now, when it consolidates for, like if I take an entry on the 4 hour and it's going to consolidate for the rest of the week, Um, I would obviously just look at the weekly time frame and see is like is there actually any detail, any actual progression to take into consideration? Is the did the structure change throughout the week based on this consolidation, um, or is it still the same? Can I still stay in this trade, or should I be exiting this trade based on the consolidation that's been happening? Like, is the actual structure changing? Because one thing that happens as well, it's not even just when you take the trade that it'll consolidate, but you'll take the trade and it will go towards the take profit and then consolidate, right? And um, the like you just got to keep it in perspective that the market consolidates 80% of the time. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
like a large amount of it is collecting buying orders, creating attractive scenarios for people to get in the market, regardless if your opportunity came earlier. Yeah, regardless if the opportunity came earlier, like those things just happen. Those things happen.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, also because, for example, many times I try to watch also the economic calendar. Uh, let's say, for example, for tomorrow, if there will be some good news with the dollar, so I
Yeah,
might expect a move on the dollar,
yeah,
etc. But when news come out, seems that the market has already digested
mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah, very
Or
true.
sometimes you have the news, but the market is not giving a fuck. Sometimes you have the
Very,
news
very
and
true.
you have a big pump, big moves.
With
Also,
no news.
this is a bit strange to me.
Yeah.
Because
So
of course we want to snipe the moment where the market is about to move, because imagine we take the entry here long,
yeah,
just a couple of candles and then consolidating.
yeah,
We
you
take an
get better
entry
risk
here,
rewards.
yeah, you take entry here, then markets, I don't know, see, coming back. And
Yeah.
then the third time, skyrocket. Ah, fuck, man. Why it didn't happen the second time, the first time?
Realistically, it's just loading. Like the more it consolidates, the more
It
it
is
doesn't
loading.
move, the more it builds up a bigger move, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, realistically, like because the whole market has many different trends. There's a trend from the weekly. There's a trend um, from the daily. There's like sometimes the market's just in different trends on each time frame, and one time frame is doing its consolidation. It's loading up like you got to remember like when you have like certain candles like on the first rejection of that trend line there, like that's about 4 days of 4 days, about 5 whole days of consolidation at that area, you know. And what happens there, even with the spike, is you have a lot of traders um, transitioning, moving money in this place to load up for a bigger move. Um, Same thing on the pullbacks of the market. You know, the market's just gathering more energy, more money to move back into the trending direction. Um, yeah.
Okay. Um, Also,
Unfortunately,
with the structure. Okay, so for example, here we are on the daily euro dollar. Um, to be honest, sometimes I feel a little bit confused because, okay, it's already a few days that I hear people say sell euro USD, sell euro USD because it will reach the floor.
yeah,
116. Okay,
116.20.
okay, can make sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
No problem, no problem. But for example, if we watch at this, okay, here it's a weakness signal
Yeah,
because the market has broken the previous, let's say, support.
yeah,
This was a resistance, now turned into support.
yeah. I
Okay,
agree.
but to me, how to say, many times people start to watch this market as a bearish. So from now, every opportunity is good to short.
Yeah.
To be honest, to be 100% sure that we have to short, I would like to see the price breaking this area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, for example, if yesterday or a few days ago I would enter the market with a sell, to be honest, I still felt that I was a little bit in counter trend. Okay, even if the previous support was broken and the price, as we can see, has made a few retests and then went down. To me, if this level will hold, overall we are still
Yeah.
in an uptrend. Because remember that this is the daily, because in the weekly,
In the weekly, it's still making higher high formations.
yeah, because in the
Yeah.
weekly, this one is what is collecting.
Yeah.
It's what is holding
Yeah.
all the structure. This is the major key level that we have in the weekly. So the weekly structure is still bullish.
Yeah. That is all true. And this just goes into the whole thing of like what time frames are you actually looking at to take the trades. Um um so that's yeah, those no, can you leave that on? Can you leave those on for a moment?
You
Just go
wait.
back, I think.
Okay, go. Try.
Okay,
You
okay.
can use. You can use.
Okay, yeah. So basically, let's say we know that we're doing like top-down analysis, right? So let's say you have your analysis this from the daily time frame, you go down on the 4 hour where you would be able to take a better trade on something like this. Like, oh wait, my bad. You would be able to take a better risk to reward trade. So even if price were to come up here, you know that we have a resistance area here where price may try to battle, and you can always try to get out of your trade. They're just like exit your trade because we're failing to go higher, right? So
Okay.
even as price goes back down, comes back in this area, and then you would look for the same thing, another opportunity to go to the upside, because like you said before, the weekly trend is already up. But as we actually break this structure, after we break this structure, and that's making lower lows formation. If price can't break back above this area, the more short term trend is to the downside. The overall trend is still to the upside.
To the
Right?
upside, yeah. Let's say now we are in a kind of 50-50 situation.
So
We will see.
If price
We
were
will
to
see
break here,
what is going to happen when 116 has been reached.
yeah. So if we were to
Because
come here and then
yeah,
we would
if
look to
116
break,
is getting broken, then it's free fall.
right? But it's
Then it's
more.
free fall.
This is more recent, more this is more recent market structure, and this is older. This is
Yeah,
this
correct,
is older
correct.
and stronger.
That one is more clear in the weekly, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are just, so basically you could, like, this is still an opportunity, but it's counter trend, and you don't really have to, it is counter trend, but you don't have to like really consider counter trend, because let's say you didn't consider the weekly time frame and you just looked at the daily, and you see, okay, this is the more recent market structure, it's making new lows, right? And that's what you want to play off of. When you go down to the 2 hour or the daily or the 1 hour or the 4 hour to take your trade, it would still always be from resistance to support and support to resistance when you have the market structure and everything in there, like, right? That makes a little sense.
Yeah.
It's the more intermediate trend.
Yeah.
And
so always in the key area to watch for a short, for a long.
For the change of market structure.
Yeah, but also, for example, here on the GU, okay, I took a good short. Never mind. But even here in the weekly, this is a clear uptrend.
Yeah.
This is clear uptrend. What is going on now? It's just a kind of correction.
Yeah. So I was.
Something like.
I think I reviewed. Was it this? I don't know. Something of the sort. But like this pair, it does look like it's in the uptrend, and I think it was on GJ that I tried to take the trade where it was a few days earlier than this where I was looking for price to come down to that support, that low support area that you have, and then look for rejection there, still to the upside. And in this case here, it does look like that's what could form up. It just came up and did another retest.
Yeah.
And yeah, but still, the intermediate trend to the downside.
Even now, for example, I think that the price might reach this area, which is already not bad, and maybe push up again. Who knows?
Yeah, but you would just be there on the lower time frame looking for the change in market structure. Look, because right now, if we go down to the 4 hour or something, it's gonna be making lower lows.
Yeah. The 4 hour, 8 hour is bearish. Bearish.
So we would need to just see a change in the market structure at one of these support and resistance to say it's gonna start going up from there. Like if there's no higher highs being formed at the support, then there's no interest really.
Yeah. Yesterday here I've been fucked up in this zone. I took sell, clear situation, and it kicked me out. After that, with the video that you made in the basic course, I say okay, never mind. I go inside again. I took the trade. Yeah. As you see, it was a nice area, I think, to jump. Never mind. It's okay. So to me, basically, I don't have any other particular questions. I stole I think almost all the lesson, but
no, it's good. We went over some good stuff. We just keep practicing and like
because
taking like good risk reward trades like this, and like on this situation your TP is good.
I think we might let's see, but we might go even here. Let's see
how the
let's see, but actually it's already 1.5. It's pretty good. And also I mean I'm trying to put under the focus all the stuff that we spoke about, because in most of the video overall in the courses in YouTube, in the posts, and on the forum, it's not that easy to find discussion like that. Okay, because mostly people teach you about normally your risk reward is 1, 2, 3. They give you the formula for the proper lot size, something like that. But this to me it's something already a little bit past, a little bit old. Now I need to focus on some other stuff in order to grow more.
To get more experience, to like.
Because
you really want to be skilled in the market. Have different tools at your hand for any market situation.
Because for example, always speaking about the style of trading and people that are making 5, 6, 7 order in the same area. The more I know, the more I feel comfortable. The less maybe I risk, the more profit I can do, etc. To me, would be also fun. I don't know, in 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, I don't know, as soon as possible, to say, okay, tomorrow will be 1st of April. Let's open a $100 account and let's see in 1 month what
Yeah.
I'm able to do. A
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
challenge, a kind of flip.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that,
would
that
recommend definitely doing that, doing something like that, to get you it's really beneficial. You're getting the experience under it. You're really going to get to see what the results are, especially if you do something like journaling your trades. So you can be like, okay, this is why I actually took this trade, and this is why I like closed out early, or this is why I did this in this trade, right? And when
yeah,
you go back over it over the month, okay, like, okay, my results was I made 6% for the month. These were the trades that I took. Maybe I should not take these trades. Maybe I should not do that, or you can get to see were some losses just part of doing business, um,
yeah, yeah.
like sometimes stop loss gets hit and then another entry forms itself, or there's many different ways, but I would say definitely go about funding a small account and seeing the results. Once you have more confidence with how you're taking the trades, the setups, and a bunch of things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But
I
this
mean,
is
for example, in your basic course, which of course to me was a little bit unnecessary because I think I have a better level than the entry level. That
yeah,
that course is good, is very okay, but it's more for new people, which
yeah,
I understand
beginning,
120%. I
yeah,
understand, but for example, you focus a lot on the risk reward there, which
yeah,
is very good, and most of the times also you focus on journaling.
mm-hmm,
Also journaling, I'm doing that, but is not that much time that I'm doing journaling. And
yeah,
I felt that every time I open the text box and I start to write, it's like a teacher is behind my shoulder and is watching me and is
yeah,
asking me what I'm doing.
yeah.
It's a good thing to do. Journaling is very
Most
good.
most definitely, and you're your teacher. Like, uh,
Yeah.
you really get to see. Maybe you took a trade because you woke up in a good mood, and it was,
It happened.
you know
Happened many times to me. It
yeah.
happened.
So just writing those things
No,
down, and
yeah,
then
not now, but because I'm still working a little bit on it. But
yeah,
before I was,
before the
I was
unknown.
a little bit gambler, a little bit guided by the emotions. So today I'm happy.
Yeah,
See, the market is moving. Let's go.
yeah. And so you get to see, like, that doesn't mean it's going to result in a loss. It may result in a win, but did you take a trade according to your plan? Like, maybe you didn't get a good risk reward, but you took it
Yeah.
anyways. And then you get to ultimately see, are you following your trading plan? Because um, I remember, like, you just have those point in times where you think you're following your plan, but then when you actually look at the journal, you're like, wait, I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
take it when I didn't take trades when I was supposed to, and things just like that. Um,
Yeah, and also what is really important to me is that most of the times, and this I was kind of wow, but fuck because I didn't know. In the videos, you always recommend people to start with a fucking small account,
yeah,
which is the best thing that a coach can tell to a new guy, because my first account was 3,000 euro.
oh yeah,
And
yeah. I
then also
remember.
last and I burned last year when it was January 2020 when I came home from my work experience, when I had a 2 month vacation. I
Yeah,
said, okay, let me start, and I start again with 3,000 account, and I burned.
yeah.
It was just this summer
And
that
it's heartbreaking. It
yeah,
sucks.
this summer I said, okay, I'm gonna start, but I start with 1K, which is still so and so. So and so you can do it's so and so to me. But if tomorrow a friend come to me and tells me, Giuseppe, I want to start trading,
Yeah,
I 100%. I say to him, okay, your first account will be 100 euro,
Yeah,
200 euro, not more.
something small, something.
Yeah, but the fact is that many people say if you want to trade for a living, you need 10K account,
Well,
15K account,
yeah,
20K.
if you're trading for a living, then yeah, because you need to be generating
Yes,
a certain
yes,
amount of
that
money. But like while you're that's not the place that you jump, like that might be the end goal, but that's not where you start. You need the experience. You need to like actually
Yeah, but
grow in
this
the
this
trading.
is a huge misunderstanding. But
Yes, yes,
because
very.
you don't know how many times I heard people starting to trade with a 15, 20K account,
Yes, and then they
and
lose
then
it, and then they
they
lose it
lose all the money.
because they realistically have no experience. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
but,
like when you can actually have a small account and you grow it, like I said before, you're getting the experience, but now you know that you can manage a small account. So if the day ever came where you just have a small account, you know what you can do
yeah,
with it. So that just goes to say, like, you have a bunch of people, like people who only start or are recommended to start with $10,000 or things like
uh,
that. You know, you can only manage that much money. What happens when you lose half of that, and now you are panicking more? You you don't know what to really do, basically, right? Um, or people, like people who think they can't trade if it's not so high of a balance. So you're ways, um, just just like that. And I
uh,
understand why you would want to start with a higher balance. You want to give yourself room for error. Um, but in the beginning, you need to be taking sharp trades. You need to be making sure that you're applying everything. You're still taking into consideration that everything is a percentage, um,
yeah, yeah.
but it's but you need to be taking smart trades, and you're gonna take smarter trades when like you really like. It's basically like I want to say like a struggle mentality. Like um, you know how to survive with less.
Yeah.
So it allows you to do more when you have more. Ultimately,
Okay.
so
Um.
yeah,
Yeah, but because if you trade with $100 or $200 as a starting account, the day that you become profitable, you already know because your account has grown.
yeah,
When you bring your account from 100 euro or dollar, Canadian dollar, what it
yeah,
is, to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, you already know that you are doing good.
yeah,
And if you
exactly.
if you follow doing, game over, it's done.
Yeah.
You're done.
What happens a lot of times as well, though, like I would say this happened to me. Like the first time I made $1,000 in the market, it was by accident, but it showed me more so that it's possible, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
that if I actually tried, then there I can make this consistently. So it's like it all these things just, I would say, they just like open new ideas. To once you can actually see, you grew a $10 account. I was gonna basically say, like, people who like follow signals mainly, or people who, um, well, I want to say, yeah, follow signals, or it's not their work that produces the return. Then you're
No,
missing a
no.
lot of experience that you could be gaining,
Yeah,
and
they are acting blindly.
replicable. Yeah, basically acting blindly, because without that person or without that signal, um,
Yeah, it's kind of tomorrow you send me a message and say, hey bro, sell your Euro USD.
yeah,
Okay, but why? Okay, yeah, I can sell,
yeah,
but what's the motivation? And what if I watch the market and I say, no, to me it's not to sell. So
yeah.
if you give a person signal, that person maybe can make a profit for a day. If a person is able to trade, he can make profit for a life.
Yeah. And there's a thing with losses as well. Like if if you get a signal and then it ends up being a loss, what happened to me a lot is like reason why I jumped from like strategy to strategy to strategy before was because, I never realized that like losses will just naturally happen. I thought it more has to be every trade has to be a win if it's going to be a winning system, right? And so there's a whole bunch of things, that just you don't have the proper mindset in the trade. So you have unrealistic, I would say just unrealistic expectations, because it's not that every trade becomes a win. You're working with averages and risk to rewards and
Yeah,
incomes
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
outcomes
yeah,
and things just
yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
it's really just to get the perspective on, because people who, like we mentioned before, that thing you need to start with a really high balance and low experience. Um, when you can see that you can do it, you you don't know
Oh,
like when a person takes a signal and it ends up being a losing trade. It's like you might just think, hey, this guy doesn't work, like this guy's signals
yeah, yeah.
is not working.
Correct.
They don't know that there's a process to it. There's multiple trades that has to be involved
Yeah,
ultimately, right? um
yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, what else?
mm,
In okay, as a day trader, the starting chart to analyze remains always the weekly, or may I start from kind of daily, for example?
I would use both of them. Like I like getting the weekly perspective. um
Yeah,
if I
for my
have the
style always. For my
Yeah,
style always.
I like getting the weekly perspective, and then I'll go to see the daily, like are we or daily or the 4 hour, and see if we're in trend or out of trend right now. And for day trading, I'd more so be looking at the 1 hour or 30 minute, because I'm trying to get out before the day close ultimately. And
Okay.
yeah, the day close probably, like, it always depends on the setup. Like sometimes a setup might happen in the Asian session or towards the London session. Um, but yeah, so realistically, I'm always just taking trades when the setups occur, but they're more based on the time frame and the setup that actually occurs. So I would just have the perspective of the weekly because I want to be going in that way, and either I'll go to the daily or the 4 hour just to see, like, are we in trend? Are we um, flowing in the direction of the weekly? If we're not, then I know that we may just be. I'm gonna look for the market to turn around, and if the market doesn't end up turning around, then I would never get an opportunity. The market may look like it's going to turn around. I take the opportunity, and the stop loss ends up getting hit, but I'm okay with that. I'm always trying to go in the direction of the higher time frame, and like just breaking the market structure down on lower time frame to see basically exactly what you did here on this case, or um or hold on a second, let me request access real quick. I think um okay, yeah, so basically something like this as well, where price is on its lower low move, and then we actually start getting a break of market structure. Wait, sorry. We start getting a break of market structure, right? And then there's the double bottom, the triple bottom
Mm-hmm.
that
Uh-huh.
occurs, and then it starts going up the upside. So it's just to understand. Okay, if we were looking at the weekly and we said that this is a downtrend, and then we start seeing this happen, then we know that, okay, we're gonna wait for this to turn back around into a downtrend movement, right? And then there would be like a setup, and then stop loss would get hit. But it's always looking for price to be to start doing this, right? And then
Yeah.
that's the trend that you would go with to go back there.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. realistically. And sometimes, like as you probably know already, you've been trading for a while, but sometimes the road is like you go on those losing streaks or even those winning streaks um, when the setups occur. Um, but that's why we need things like good risk to rewards on our trades. So we know that one, in this case, risk one to gain five. We know that one winner equals five losers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So yeah,
right.
so realistically, you can win about 40% of the time, like 40% of the time, and still be making a profit, risking one to gain five,
Of course.
right? And yeah, and that's something to just always keep in mind. Like it's good on the perspective because, um, like we mentioned before, like when personally I thought I had to get a win every time, and trading is not like that. Sometimes you're going to lose 30% of the time, you're going to lose 40% of the time, and it depends on how much trade you're taking. If you're taking 100 trades in a week and you're losing 40 of those, it might
Oh,
hurt your emotions.
you are more than in a profit.
Yeah, you're already in profit, but you might get lost along the way, or you might get sad along the way taking those 40 losses because it might be the first 40 that are losses, and
Okay.
you're feeling sad, you're feeling, and you don't want to continue, basically, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, but I don't think you really have much of that. Much of that, like, um, fear jumping into the markets or um, type of things like that. But it's understanding
Yeah,
the market structure, the trend, and always going with that.
yeah, yeah. Let's say that every time I jump into, of course, I feel like, oh, I want to move the stop loss to break even
Yeah,
as soon as possible because I don't know where the market goes. But is okay. You need to take the risk, and when the price is a little bit far from your break even, then you can move because many time I moved the stop loss to break even too early, and I'm being cut out, and then the price
yeah.
went in the right direction.
Or I
So
would
also,
I would say like when the market structure makes another move. So like if you enter on one lower low structure, when another lower low structure actually occurs in the market, the trend has pushed another, made a continuing sign, then you can cover the position that you previously had in because things are continuing in your direction, right? And
yeah.
that doesn't mean it's going to stay like that, but at this point in time, this is reason to move your stop loss. Or it doesn't have to be based on market structure, but let's say you set more rules in place where 30 pips in profit, then I'll break even. Or um, the way I use the Fibonacci as well, like if I'm entering at the 127, when I get to the one marker, then I'll move my stop loss to break even. Or and then when I get to the 50 marker, I'll move my stop loss above the one. So it's like you can just track price as well. So
Okay.
it's
Okay. Also, for
basically called
example,
trailing stop system.
for the FIB, this maybe I don't know. Next time we're gonna go a little bit more deeper. For example, for my habit, or I mean, to me, it works a little bit better.
Yeah.
In the 8 hour, the Fibonacci plays with the trend. Works really nice. So here on the USD CAD, for example, significant high to significant low, as you can see, 71%
Yeah.
already a market area. This works, but sometimes I'm not sure if I'm using it well or properly. But this maybe we're gonna go through better when we might analyze from zero a chart,
Okay. Yeah.
more than one chart, and then we're gonna use it and
Yeah.
we can
Using.
might adjust it because in just one chart or one situation, okay, maybe this one is correct, or maybe I don't know, it may start from here. So this maybe we're gonna do some more practice
Okay.
about.
Yeah. Just to like add on this. Um. the reason that we use the Fibonacci is okay. The reason we use any tool in the market is mainly to produce risk to reward opportunities for us. Now, when we use the Fibonacci, you could use it by itself or you can use it in confluence of other things. So whether it's going to be support and resistance, or horizontal support and resistance, or those zones, or the moving average as support and resistance, you just need those to line up. And it depends on how different people do it. You can wait for a rejection, or you can wait for um, just an interaction with, let's say, the 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 Fibonacci 61.8%, and the or let's say the 50%, and the resistance that's there, right? So like you would just highlight that area basically, and or no, the 61 and that resistance is a good area. That type of
Yeah.
thing, you're just waiting for rejection of that
From
area.
61 to 78, it's called the golden area. This is always a nice area to find rejection.
Yeah, so you just take that into consideration, that it's there to give you risk to rewards. um Even when, if you had the 38% up on there, I'm pretty sure there's a rejection right around there, and it's like you
Yeah,
these
maybe this area. Yeah.
yeah, like it's the rejections. This is why I don't really use Fibonacci like this a lot, because there's a lot of areas that we would be looking for to take a trade. And so one thing that I find good is to narrow your selection process, of actually looking for trades, so you're only taking um, certain setups. Now, certain setups of different things, but I'm only really looking for rejections rejections of like the support or resistance, or things just like that. But I'm not going to use like the Fibonacci where there's 10 like, let's say, where there's 7 different key areas. um yeah, so this is why it's better to use this just in confluence with the like different things. So in this
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
support and
This one
resistance.
and for example, the 50 MA, I just use them as a kind of confirmation,
Yeah,
as a
so
help tool. Okay.
yeah, so one thing like with this, we noticed that from the price was retracing, like it had its up move, and then it's starting to like slow down a little. Like, yes, it is still making higher highs, but since it's ran into this resistance, it's slowing down a little, even with the moving average. So you just look to see if market structure is starting to form lower lows and starting to look like it wants to go to the downside before you could actually hop into this, because it's still it's
Yeah,
not.
for our perspective, this is growing. Also, the 50 MA now it's actually supporting. This area is holding well, but let's see. Let's see.
Yeah,
Overall, we might look for a sell, but who
we need
knows?
a change in the higher structure to start looking at this as a higher high structure. It's really only, I'm never really looking to buy and sell. Like, I'm not, unless it's a ranging trend. If it's a ranging trend, then I know sell the resistance and buy the support. But if it's an uptrend or it's a downtrend in this case, then I'll only be looking for um, sell sell opportunities, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
judged.
No, no. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
it's only judged from the higher time frame.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like I just said, if the higher time frame doesn't change, then it's still just applying confluence and market structure, the candles that are forming, all those type of things to
Yeah,
take the
yeah,
trade.
yeah. Yeah, if this zone is getting broken, maybe we might start to watch for a buy.
Yeah, and then you probably have a retest.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice. I mean, I'm happy to see that um, for what I've studied, for what I've watched, I have some basics, but now I want to evolve,
Yeah.
to grow
So
more.
based on your trading before, you don't really have a journal or anything, right? You just journal sometimes
I
though.
have, wait, I just started journaling.
Yeah.
Wait a moment.
I was gonna um
Okay. Oh, this one is the one before the pump.
before. Okay.
Before.
Okay.
1 hour, 1 hour. Check
Yeah.
here. Check here. Huge support and all small candles. I said, okay, this is they are collecting orders, and now
Yeah.
this is gonna skyrocket. So as soon as the gray one is a daily, the white one is the yellow one is a 4 hour level.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, and as soon as this passed the daily structure, I saw this huge candle, and then I went in,
Yeah.
and I put, as you can see, I put the stop loss. I don't know, maybe I needed to put a little bit before, and after this move, the price
To the
fly.
upside. Yeah. To the upside.
Yeah. This is the USD Swiss.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're just looking
Yeah,
at the
this
Swiss.
actually it fly, it fly high.
Yeah, so it just looks like it came in to you know stop people, like it ultimately stopped people out, and then formed another entry to continue on. Um, but yeah, if you so how many trades have you taken, like over the time, like say
Uh,
recently?
okay. This account, I I started again this summer with 1,000. Okay, wait. Um,
And like
okay. Wait. From okay with this account from okay. Let me see. Uh,
mm,
no.
is this language
Okay.
Spanish?
Sorry.
This language is Spanish on the chart?
Italian.
Italian.
But Italian and Spanish are similar.
Okay.
Okay. 25, 25 August. So in the first 90 days,
Yeah.
over the first 90 trades, this account was more than 10%. Okay. So the fact is that as you know, 90% of the trader lose the 90%
Yeah.
of the balance, or in the first 90 days or in the first 90 trades.
Yeah. That
With
that's
this
that's a
account,
good thing to.
after 90 days and
Yeah.
after 90 trades, I had more the remaining 10%.
So that's
Okay.
very good. I always
That
say
is,
that's an
yeah.
accomplishment because I always say that's an accomplishment because, like you said, most people lose very
But uh,
quickly,
but but
right?
I was still not doing the proper risk management, because 1,000, if you lose 90 euro, 20 euro, it's still too much risky.
Yeah. You gonna yeah. It's like 9%, 10%.
Yeah, it's still too much risky. But of course, I did some also
Survival
good.
survival is like survival is still one of like it's still something that needs to be applied and that a lot of people aren't. So just the ability to last in the market is a sign
yeah,
of progress.
yeah, yeah,
I always say.
yeah. This is always the same account, but actually only $60, €60 remaining. Okay. But I came first time to €60, then I bring back to 140, then I start to risk a little bit again more, so again back to minimum lot size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I would say yeah, just continue to try to grow it, and the more that you practice, and I want to say like, so you said you weren't doing good risk management. Was that on the lot size, or was that just like with risk management or just
Okay,
trade management?
mostly is done with the risk reward,
Yeah.
but actually I've worked a lot also in the lot side. As you can see, this is lot side. You see all of them. Okay, we are at the minimum amount. I
Yeah.
cannot do less than that, but everyone is 001.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. So that's
Well, you know what is it was killing me a little bit was the gold and the oil
yeah. Gold
because
gold gold slaps a lot of people around.
yeah, because on gold, even if you use a small lot size account,
It moves
the
fast.
the value it's yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it have a lot of moves. So if you put even a tight stop loss, it will be maybe 2 or 3%
Yeah.
of the account.
Yeah. That's
Because
very true.
to trade this kind of commodity, I think you need a bigger account with
Yeah.
uh, with
For
the lot size that is always small compared to
yeah.
the account.
For the $10 challenge, like you it's more for forex, and you can't really apply that to the technical analysis. Everything still applies um to gold and like oil and stuff, but it's the investment size, the balance needed, that changes. It's like the same thing with stocks. Like stocks, you're gonna need way more money because one stock
Yeah,
costs more than it does in forex. It's like with gold, um, it moves dollars really fast, right? So it might not, like, it move like within the dollars, so like $10 max or something for the day, or overall it moves hundreds of dollars. Um, but it's one thing that you always gotta take into mind is like when you have an account balance and you take a trade, all the trades that you take, if it were to hit the stop loss, they need to take the same minimum loss. Like never
yeah,
should it be
yeah,
never
yeah.
should it be 1% loss on forex and then 5% loss with gold, right? It should
No, no,
always
yeah,
be
yeah. That's
1%.
correct. That's correct. Yeah. This killed me a little bit, but now I've understand
When is
the
this?
fact
What's
with
the
the
date of this
situation.
one? This was Is this February 16th?
This is March 16.
March
Yeah,
16th?
yeah, because in Italy we use the day, month, year. So
Oh,
this is 16 March 21.
oh no, it's not even. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Let me see what this looks like real quick.
This is a picture, huh? This is a picture.
Yeah. Um, but how did it play out? I always recommend to have a picture of like what it plays out later, to see like, was this just like a false breakout? Did the trade actually
Ah,
work out a
okay,
little bit
okay,
later,
okay,
or
okay,
did it
okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I got the point. Maybe it was a fake breakout and then market went down again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so this picture, like, it's good information, but I think a little bit more information to see.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. I got the point. I got the point.
Hold on a
Yeah.
second. Wait a second. On this entry here, you there was that huge wick, right?
No, no, no. This one I draw by myself. This I draw by myself in order to understand where I enter. I enter after this small week. This I mark with the red signal. After the week, I entered. I
Okay.
anticipate a little bit. Yeah, I
Okay,
anticipated,
so
but
but this was a losing trade or
losing trade, as you can see.
yeah,
This the
so
entry, this the entry, market pushing profit, and then kick out.
oh, okay. So the price the price went to the upside first in that huge wick up and then went to the huge wick down?
No. This one.
Yeah.
I draw it. I draw it. Okay. This is a
Oh,
line that I mark by myself. This is not a candle. Okay.
okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. This is not a candle. Um, it just to
Show where.
sign where I enter. Okay, but
Okay.
after that I didn't do anymore because I also see that when you look at the picture, it looked like a big spike,
Yeah. So
so it might be confusing. Yeah, that's
yeah.
correct. Yeah,
Um
yeah, I enter after this indecision candle, but was kind of anticipating the market. To be honest, I think I could enter after this bearish candle, but anyway, the market went in the other direction. So anyway, it would have been a loss.
yeah, I'm just trying to look and see. So yeah, it looks like overall price still pushed to the upside a little. Um um just a moment. Yeah. It pushed to the upside maybe about 50 more pips and then it went
Crash.
into contact with the resistance just above before heading back to the downside.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? So it's like not to say it's an early entry, but like the whole move, the downtrend structure and all that didn't come in as of yet to have a successful trade back to the support that you're
yeah,
targeting.
yeah. Mm-mm. Well, it's okay. I mean, I'm still not. And this was from yesterday. Here we are. GU.
Okay, yeah, and now we have yeah. So like with the picture that you have of what you would have right now with what GU is doing, that would be really good. Like to add to this to see like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, even though you missed the first entry having a stop loss, price still developed to form downtrend structure and
the
come back
downside.
into the
Yeah.
downside.
Yeah, I will do for next time. I will do for next time. Yeah, for next trades.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
gonna do.
Okay. Hopefully next time. So, do you have any more questions or anything like that? Like, I don't know
Uh,
if I opened up more questions for you.
okay. No, because to be honest, it's almost dinner time for me because I
Okay.
still live with my parents.
Yeah.
So I think I gonna eat in a few minutes. So for today is more than okay.
Okay.
And okay. I just want to ask you when you might be able for another coaching.
Let me check my schedule right now.
Okay, next time I would like to speak a little bit about strategy or
Yeah.
what it might works better for me.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, actually, I think I'm still more similar like you, like watch weekly, daily, 4 hour. Okay, maybe I use the 1 hour to enter. I feel more confident with 1 hour. Um, but who knows? Maybe lower time frame might help me more, or I may find that they can.
Well,
Uh,
what is your schedule like now? Like, what time do you have available?
okay, for tomorrow,
Oh
I
no.
am a little.
I mean like for placing trades,
Okay.
day to day.
Mostly, I like to trade a little bit before from a little bit before then the New York session start
Okay.
until okay, in my time at 2 o'clock p.m. the New York session starts. So
Okay.
at the time we have the London session and the New York session together open.
Yep.
So I like it because we have two session mix.
Okay.
So mostly we can have nice meals.
Yeah, but are you
So
free that time? Like you are not doing
mostly
anything?
yes,
Yeah,
because I take lunch around 1 o'clock, and
and do
one
your
thirty I
yeah.
am near the computer watching the chart in the market, and then 2 o'clock we have both of the session
Okay.
open.
Yeah.
So
We'll like we when we set up another call, we'll talk about things like that because I think those things are really important to make sure you're doing it on your free time and like you're not doing it in the middle of other
yeah.
things.
And also might be a nice moment to analyze chart movement,
Yes.
possible entries, because I feel also weak a little bit with the entry, with the
Okay.
right entry. And and also, what I want to discuss next time, okay, a little bit with the Fibonacci and the 50 MA, those kind of
Okay.
helping tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got you.
But basically, let's say study and analyze together
Yes.
a good strategy to follow, and these helping tools which might be even involved in the strategy, uh, which are the moving average and the
Yeah, the trading
Fibonacci.
plan, the trading
Yeah.
plan, the procedure that will go about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because actually, I think I'm really okay with the setup for risk reward, lot size. As you can see, also in the lost trades, I used to have a kind of good risk to reward ratio.
Yeah.
Okay, now this was really almost the first thing that I journal, but even in this one, for example, GU that I took yesterday, as you can see, okay, here I forgot to put risk reward, but just only watching, you already can see that is maybe 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
for
you
example.
put the stop loss and you put the take profit, so it's about 1 to 3, just about, just
Yeah,
over.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For example, also here, okay, for example, even this one,
1 to 4. Yeah.
that I tried yesterday, I was channeling on the Euro GBP. Uh, Take profit 80 pips, stop loss 20 pips. It's 1 to 4 with the 001, which is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this was for sure not a good trade. I mean, now we know that the price came back. Okay, this was a false breakout. But after watching, okay, this candle helped me to enter.
Yeah.
Uh, because I saw some green candles forming, and I said, okay, maybe this is about to go up again. This long week, uh, I took like a kind of confirmation, but it's okay. It's okay. But as you can see, take 80, lose 20, 1 to 4. So with this
Yeah.
one, I think I'm more or less already okay.
Yeah.
There is always a chance to improve with risk reward, a little bit more tight stop loss, etc.
Yeah.
But
Or even
overall,
pending
I think I'm
orders.
fine. I
Yeah.
got it. This is so to me,
Okay.
what we have to work more. It's the timing of
Yeah.
the entry,
The back
the,
testing and
the
things like that.
timing, yeah, and mm, a little bit on the strategy.
Yeah.
And of course, in the future, we for one day we can also say, okay, we take the chart back to 2 years ago, and we can start to back test. We
Yeah.
just
So I
play
think
and
I normally do that like with other people as well. So the way we would go about doing is like we'll go over some information first, like see what's going to be needed in like the trading plan and everything like that, and then
yeah,
we'll just go to the charts back in the past and back test
yeah,
this
and
and
study.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it gets some
yeah.
more explanation and things.
Of course, today I stole a little bit your attention, because
Well,
at least now, after
yeah,
a couple of hours of speaking, you also have an idea
yeah, yeah, it's
which
very
are
good.
my suffering points, which are my strengths, and where we can work together for the next time. Of
100%.
course, the next time you say, okay, Giuseppe, for today, if you have maybe some question, okay, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
For the rest, I want to work on this, I want to work on that.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay.
No, I
I
get you.
understand.